fires up the first shot and decks this dude in his face, and then punched him, kid instantly fell. And then it was just like both crowds just like swarmed into each other. I was one of the first people, so like right after he punched somebody, like some kid tried to swing on me and I like weaved it. And then like I went to go punch him, but some kid just grabbed my arm and pulled me, so like I fell, and then I like grabbed this kid's leg and tried to basically like pick him up and slam him. He was a little bit too heavy, so I kind of just like kept pushing until he fell, and then like got on top of him and like started punching him. And it was just like literally, if you were there, you just see like, especially if you were fighting, you literally just see a whole lot of like hands and feet just moving and like kids like basically like screaming and stuff. So while all of this is happening, right, mind you, it's like late at night and we're in a school parking lot. So while all of this is happening, there was this one car that was basically driving, and like the car kind of like started to slow down, and one kid noticed and was like, police, police. So you know, all the kids, like, they start booking it. So the kids that like were from the other school, they basically like stopped what they were doing and like they took off in the direction that they came from, while like the kids that were from like, you know, the school that me and my friends go to, they start running after these kids. So we start running after like the other kids from the other school, and we're like chasing them. We chase them like probably from one side of the school to another side. That was like the playground area. So we get to the playground area and everyone still keeps boxing. Now, while we were doing that, we noticed that like a couple kids that were like with us left. And because they left, now like my side had less people, meaning we started to lose. Slowly, I started seeing like some of my homies get like dropped and they get beat up by like 5 people, 3 people, 2 people. One of my homies got absolutely violated. They basically like punched him and then they started like taking his shoes. So when they did that, I looked at Harry. Harry like kind of looked at me through the crowd and he like pointed, and I looked to where he was pointing and I could see like the bags with, you know, the paintball guns. So me and him book it to these paintball guns while like these 3 kids are chasing us, basically saying like, stop running, stop running. So we get to these paintball guns. I unzipped the bag. Harry get 2 of them, and I swear it was like an action movie. He took the safety off both of them and just started doom, doom. And these were like automatic paintball guns. So like, it was just like a like just start almost like one of them Rambo movie type things. He just started shooting them at these 3 kids. So these 3 kids, they get hit with paintballs, and if you've ever been hit by a paintball, you know it hurts and it's kind of dangerous because if it hits your eye, then you just donezo. So they hopped this gate that was at our school and they just start running down the street. Me, I picked up 1 paintball gun and it was like one of them single shot ones. So now me and Henry are walking back into the crowd, basically like shooting paintballs to like kind of make everybody disperse. So people are like running and running. And the one kid that I said had like grabbed my arm and pulled me, he was running too, and I had seen him, so I started chasing him with the paintball gun. And he was like running, he was like, bro, don't shoot me with the paintball gun, stop, stop, stop. And I just kept chasing him. So I'm chasing him probably for like a good block. And then like eventually he started to run out of breath and he started slowing down. And just as he was slowing down, I kind of held the paintball gun out and like just fired it 3 times. And I think the first 2 missed, but the third one hit him directly in the back of his head and he just like fell to the ground. And I kind of just like laughed and then like ran back to the school playground. When I got to the school playground, it was only like Henry and like 3 other kids that like I didn't really know that much. So I was asking everybody like, yo, you good, you good? And Henry was like, yo, like if we hadn't brought these paintball guns, we wouldn't have won that fight. And I was like, you're right. And we kind of just like stood there for a second. And then eventually like the other kids were like, yo, we gotta go home. And we were like, oh, okay. So they go home, we dab them up. Now it's just me and Henry, and we still got like these paintball guns just in our hands, sitting there. And I like looked at Henry and I was like, so what now? He was like, well, now we can sit down, relax. So me and Henry both walk over to this bench and we kind of just like sit down. Like I said, it was kind of late at night, so I started getting tired and I started like dozing off. But then like Henry like shook me awake and he was like, yo, you should probably get home and like, you know, go to sleep. And I'm like, alright. So we started walking to my house, and when we got there, he was like, yo. And I was like, what's up? He was like, we won the war. And I was like, We did. If you guys enjoyed that story time, make sure you smash the like button, turn on post notifications, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this one. Whoa.